Hi students, so welcome to this online class. So this is the third class regarding the database management system. Let's look into the two concepts in this one, the instances as well as schemas. The collection of information stored in the database at a particular moment is called as instance of the database. Simply we can say a record is an instance, and this instance is also referred as a tuple in the relation algebra, which is going to become in the next presentations. But the overall design of the database is called as the schema. The schema allows us to know the structure of your table or the database. The database abstraction or data abstraction in Dbms means hiding unnecessary background details from the end user to make the accessing of data easy and secure. In the Dbms, there are three levels of data abstractions are exist. The first is physical level or internal level. The next is conceptual level, and the top one is view level. In the physical level, this is the layer where the raw data is stored in the format of files on the physical hard drives. We should also know what exactly the meaning of the data abstraction also. The data abstraction is present in our daily life. Let's take a small example. Someone asks you to switch on the fans in a room. All we need to know to do is simply go to the switchboard and just turn on the fan switch. We no need to know how the electricity is coming and what are the poles are involved to get the current and what is the internal structure of the fan is. The answer is simply not required to know. Simply we need to know the fan is working or not. That's all about data abstraction is. So all these details are hidden from us inside the switch bodies. Next, we need to understand what exactly meaning of the structure query language is. It is a language, and the language used to retrieve the data from the databases, and it is a query language. All the data, whatever is there, that data must be stored in the tabular form, and that is also called as in a structure form. This language works only on the tables. That's why it is referred as structured query language. It is a domain-specific language for managing relational databases, used to perform operations on the records stored in the database, and various operations are possible on the records. For example, you would like to update the records, inserting the records, deleting records, creating and modifying the tables as well as the views. Remember that SQL is not a database system, it is simply a query language. You would like to perform the queries of SQL language on the stored data in the database. Simply the software is required are Oracle or MySQL, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, SQL Server or DB2. Now look at the database languages, which are the sublanguages of SQL. Database system provides a data definition language to specify the database schema and data manipulation language to express database queries and updates. Look at the first sublanguages, data manipulation language, also called as DML. It is a language that enables user to access or manipulate data as organized by the appropriate data models. Two types of DMLs exist. One of it is procedural DML, other one is declarative DML. The procedural DML requires a user to specify what data are needed and how to get those data is. In the declarative, also referred as non-procedural DMLs, require a user to specify what data are needed without specifying how to get those data is. Various DML commands exist for us to retrieve, insert, update and delete data in the database. Some of them are select, that is, we use it to retrieve the data from one or more tables. Insert used to add new records. Update used to modify existing records, and as well as delete used to remove the records from a table. The next one is data definition language. We specify a database schema by a set of definitions expressed by a special language called as data definition language. The DDL is also used to specify additional properties of the data is. The DDL, just like other programming language, gets as input some instructions, also called as statements, and generates some output. The output of the DDL is placed in data dictionary, which contains the metadata. The metadata is also called as data about data is. The third one is data control language. Used to manage database security and access control. The two primary DCL commands are grant and revoke. Grant is used to grant specific privileges to database users or roles. A revoke is to remove the privileges. Used to revoke privileges previously granted to the database users. DCL commands ensure that only authorized users can access the and modify databases. The next one is transaction control language. Used to manage database transactions, ensuring data integrity. The commands are commit, rollback, and save point. Commit allows to commit the transaction, saving changes permanently into the hard disk. The rollback undo the changes made during a transaction. Save point sets a point within a transaction to which we can later roll back. So the TCL commands are vital for maintaining the consistency of data in the database. The final one is data query language, are used to focus exclusively on retrieving data from the database. While select statement is the most prominent DQL command, it plays a critical role in extracting and presenting data from one or more tables based on specific criteria. DQL commands enables us to obtain valuable insights from the stored data is. Overall final one is, we need to differentiate DDL, DML, DCL, TCL and DQL commands. As simple as DDL commands define managing the database structure, DML commands manipulating data within the database, DCL commands control, access and security, TCL commands manage transactions and data integrity, but DQL commands are dedicated to retrieve data from the database. Thank you very much.